Go to jail and let's move on and let Generation Z make their own problems, make their own choices. These kids are living the consequences of what Gen X did and don't even know why they're doing it because everyone's lying. Corporate Takeoff's death wasn't nothing but a corporate hostile takeover using his life as the god. Oh my God.
Man, RIP Takeoff.
That boy died so they could cash in a insurance policy and to cover up the fact that Roc Nation was ripping Megan away from 300. I guess nobody's paying attention to the fact that complete control of Megan Thee Stallion's career was taken over right after Takeoff died, and the Prince family were forced to leverage and let her go, even though they did not want to. Isn't that interesting?
Houston politics.
Allegedly, taking Pimp C wasn't bad enough. You just want to go down there and you want to just remove all of the balls from every real gangster in Houston. Why did that house burn up? Who the goes to their childhood house for a visit and the shit goes up in flames?
That was very weird. The next day, within the week?
The next day.
The next day.
And still, no real investigation on how the house just went up in flames.
Man.
I guess they paid y'all off. Like they paid y'all off for that Astro World.
So, let me ask you.
Texas politics.
Yeah, Texas politics, man. This is.
When you drive into Houston and old Sam Houston sitting there, you can hear him talking. Every time I drive past Sam Houston on 45, you know what I hear when I see him? That's all I hear. The warden of the South.
Yeah.
Sitting there looking down on everybody. They made a big deal over Robert E. Lee. Imagine what they would do if you tried to take down old Sam Houston.
Come on now. It'd be a problem.
It'd be carnage.
It'd be a problem.
Sam Houston there, he gonna stay there.
So Jack,
every time I drive past, that's all I hear.
Nick. Now, another thing that, of course, you spoke on last time was, and at the time it happened, was a slap by Will Smith to Chris Rock. We spoke on it. But since then, Jada Pinkett has written a book where she reveals that multiple times she tried to commit suicide.
Yeah.
Not saying exactly what the reason was.
I don't know why she keeps trying. She just get done. Don't be bad at everything.
Shit. Yeah.
You was an alright actress, you a terrible wife, you was a bad mother. You was a who knew that your husband was doing things to boys and did stuff to your son and you ain't do shit about it. Bilal told me everything.
Their good friend who
Bilal told me. Jada. He told me that you knew Will was f***ing your child.
So who's next?
Y'all don't see the lineup?
Yeah, we see the lineup. I'm just waiting to see who's next.
Jay-Z is setting Diddy up. Why is everyone having such a hard time? He ain't doing shit different. He lined up D. Haven, stole his life and identity. He lined up Big L, stole his life and identity. He lined up Dame Dash, stole his life, identity, and took his love. Lined up R. Kelly. He wants to be the one.
Yeah, shout out D Haven. He actually hit us up, wanted to tell this story.
You need to talk to D Haven.
Yeah, we need to talk to him.
I told you that last year when I put you on the phone with him.
You did.
And then got ran into, and then I got thrown in a hospital by my insane husband, who's working for YouTube to make his mama proud.
So wait, Jag, I'm just curious because with Diddy,
You mean?
with Diddy settling within 24 hours, which has never been heard of, 30 million, or the lawsuit was 30, undisclosed amount. But
He
within
knew for 30 days that shit was fitting to happen.
within 24
He could have paid that
hours.
30 million before.
Yeah, why? Let that hit the fan. Did he?
Because he's Diddy.
He called a bluff?
Because yeah,
He should have enough money to
he
check.
put the boots to that girl. She's supposed to be a good bitch. No matter who she with. All the time he putting a groom in her. Of course he thought it was still gonna work. He thinks he's God.
Alright.
He ain't doing shit. I raped the f out of that bitch, put the boots to her last time I seen her. Her and her trainer, boyfriend, husband. I don't get no.
So you hear about stories of Diddy like shooting people,
Yeah.
blowing up cars.
Yeah.
Is he this gangster that behind the scenes that is that him or is that people
Shout
running?
out to Wendy Williams, the first woman to uncover the homo thugs. That's what these down low bitches was called when Wendy first started talking about it in the 90s, the homo thug. She talking about Diddy.
And then what's the stuff that's happening with Wendy Williams? You think this is all connection too?
Of course. They've been waiting. He's been waiting. He was waiting for Kim. Remember? He was waiting. The casket was ready. She was literally casket ready.
Some people are saying the whole Wendy Williams documentary that she's pretty much allegedly playing this way to keep herself safe from him, from any unaliving.
It's been working for Orlando Brown. Why wouldn't it work for Wendy?
to play crazy.
Why wouldn't it work?
Hey, no. Hey.
The oosh goss, whoosh wash, and
Bop.
Orlando's brilliant.
Right.
Yeah,
Y'all spent time with him.
we did.
Yeah.
He's highly intelligent.
Yes.
Imagine what it's been like to wear this character for this long.
No, I can only.
That he does is a character. Actually, the shit he does online is the best acting he does.
Is he speaking truth?
Of course he is.
You know? We seen Quiet on set.
Major pain in his ass. Literally. Since he was a kid.
Man.
And then eating milk, running the fuck around, talking about expensive pain
Now,
in his ass.
wait, this is Philly you're talking about now. Wait a minute, Jack.
Me.
Wait a minute.
He's a fucking Fruit Loop. He Diddy fried.
This is Philly.
He's a deep fried period. He Diddy fried. He Diddy fried. He the Diddy do our bop. Fuck me. Real rap.
You think that audio that they put out was real?
Yeah, that was him. Nicki put that out there. That Nicki recorded that at the freak off in the Calabasas.
Man.
She been waiting to drop that shit on Meek.
Oh, man.
She just wasn't gonna tell nobody it was Diddy. But now that Diddy out there, why not?
So then who's the guy who's claiming he recorded it?
Oh, somebody that got
bouncer.
paid?
Yeah, he said like I was
Yeah,
standing
somebody
outside the
that
door.
got paid.
Yeah.
Just like it wasn't seminal fluid that Justin Bieber was wiping away from his mouth when he brought his face up from Odell Beckham's groin in a club with Trey Songz on the lookout.
The images are there.
Diddy fired. Hashtag no Diddy.
Hashtag no Diddy.
No Diddy.
Do you have any views on Usher? Because a lot of things have come back to where
Usher.
they talk about his.
Usher, I'm tired of Usher.
Oh, okay.
Goofy bitch.
No.
Got your asshole ripped open and the only thing it inspired was loyalty. They ripped your ass open. Gene didn't say it. He said, check the records at the hospital. I'm saying it. You got your ripped open. Then you take Justin Bieber from Lily White, Canada, and take him to the flavor of Fuck Off, the kiddie edition. Get his ripped open. Now everything's coming out, and the first thing you do is run the Bali with another kiddie rapper who works with the man, L.A. Reid, that sent you to the Diddy flavor freak off.
Not the flavor.
Now you got Justin Bieber breaking up relationships and shit. He suck Odell Beckham dick at the club, and the next thing you know, he don't even want Kim no more. That's what they learned at the freak off. How to steal bitch niggas.
Now you said no Diddy, but it seems like there is Lil Rod has come out who he produced the Love album, and it seems like he has recordings, pictures of a whole year and a half.
Smart guy.
Year and a half with Diddy, not getting paid to where he's
Smart
like.
guy.
It seems like you can't say no to Diddy the way he's putting it out. Like there's a lot of things like, why did he say no?
Yeah, that you don't go. You don't go. Why go? They gonna drug you.
Lace, yeah.
You gonna ask for a glass of water, it's gonna be laced with that Tootsie. Let the good times roll. Like if I knew that there's a possibility that I might get raped and drugged if I go to this party, and I go anyway, I just wish they would tell all these little niggas the truth, you know? When they court them with the record deals and the contracts and the chains and the cars and the girls, and I wish they would tell them the truth. Listen to me. All you gotta do is let these 8 fuck the dog shit out of you tonight. I'll get all that for you tomorrow. Cause that's what's gonna happen. Like, why can't you be up front? You know?
I didn't believe this until I watched the Nickelodeon documentary where the kids were, basically, I don't want to say groomed, but they were technically assaulted based on saying, hey, here's the contract. They don't tell us up front, but they say, oh yeah, this guy is gay, but he's touchy-feely. They warn you. And on one of the episodes where a father said,
I just want to let you know, before you do this scene, this man is a predator. Okay? If you see something, say something, okay? But nobody wants to hear it. Like the
to put someone's career on the line. To say, hey,
that's what they
if
do.
you don't do this, you're not going to go higher than this.
That's what they do. You know how many times I've heard it?
That's what I was going to ask. You're in the industry.
Yeah.
Did they ever say, if come in this room, Jack?
Yeah, I was
let's
told.
get down.
Yeah, I was told.
And you will see some doors open.
I was drugged by a rapper that I knew. I won't say his name, and I won't say the name of his group. Really doesn't matter. Nobody remembers them anyway anymore. Shame. They were awesome. They put him on me. He had the camera set up in the room. He drugged me. He did everything he was supposed to do. He just felt guilty about it in the morning. So he gave me the tape. And they got dropped 6 months later from their label. And nobody's ever heard of them again. And they was some dope ass motherfuckers. Shout out to him for that. He ain't had to give me that tape.
Wow. But the fact he recorded it, and, oh man.
He had to. He had to.
Oof.
It was either that or lose the deal. So he did it, but he gave me the tape.
Wow.
And he lost his deal anyway.
Is that commonplace in the industry?
Absolutely.
A cocktail, recording.
Absolutely.
Receipts.
Let me tell you something. Cocaine and champagne, they used to call it the South Beach diet. Like if you ever heard anybody 15 years ago talk about the South Beach diet, cocaine and champagne. When I first started staying at the Mondrian, I'll never forget, I was so glad when they stopped bringing it. But when I would get my breakfast tray, they would have cocaine on my tray. They would have weed on my tray. They would have pills on my tray. You know?
Just whatever you partake in.
No. They didn't know. Okay. They just put anything on there so you could pick something. I always took the weed. Rest of the shit, I would leave on tray and I would push it back out to the hall. 15 times my breakfast was served like that.
Wow.
At my $750 room, you know, a night room at the Mondrian on Sunset Boulevard. They stopped sending it because they realized I always sent it back and all I took was the weed.
For some of the women who went through those same things, waited 15 years to talk about it, what are your thoughts to that, to where they didn't talk about it then, but now when lawsuits come up?
Why would they talk about it then?
A lawsuit is a lawsuit. I mean,
but why would they talk about it?
That's a good question.
Why would they talk about it? Who is there to go to? Who's gonna fucking help them? What HR department do you know of that works for any of these labels?
yeah.
When have you ever heard of a sexual harassment suit being publicly acknowledged in the entertainment industry at all? Never. Sports. Not in entertainment.
Tupac. Remember that one?
He was the only one.
Yeah.
You saw how that turned out.
Yeah.
No, guilty.
That's why they do it. To make you an example. To remind you what they're willing to do to keep things the way they want them. It's intimidation. I want you to think about this. Allegedly, Sean Carter is responsible for enacting Hype Williams to put Aaliyah on a faulty plane to move her out the way as punishment for rejecting him, and so he could level up Beyonce, who was struggling. Let's just say allegedly that happened. Now I want you to think about 106th and Park with Mary J. Blige. Free, who is a victim of Sean Carter.
Yeah.
Mary J. Blige, who is a victim of Sean Combs, are sitting there talking about the death of Aaliyah amongst each other. Think about that. You got a Diddy victim, you got a Jay-Z victim, and you got a superstar gone. They know what happened. And yet, they had to sit there and have that conversation like they didn't know who did it. Think of the power of that moment. Think about Claudia Jordan right now. Claudia Jordan don't ever mention my mother name. She mentioned it yesterday. Talking about why people are afraid to come forward. You mean like you? You was Diddy girl. Corey was Jay-Z girl. Why don't you claim your friend? Claudia.
So, Jack, when you say...
When I say Corey, I'm talking about Kathy White.
Oh yeah, that's what I was about to ask.
Jay-Z's pregnant mistress, who died of an imaginary fucking aneurysm. Just like the woman who was best friends with Kim and Kimura, who wrote the book Bling and died as soon as it made the bestsellers list. Who the fuck was these people supposed to go to? You can't go to the boss because the boss is fucking you. And the boss's boss don't get no fuck. Can't go to the authorities. They're all bought and paid for. You could try to get a special prosecutor, but they'll just pay somebody to reassign him to another case. Where the fuck you go when you get fucked over by the industry? Nowhere. That's where you go nowhere, which is where people like me step in. You right, I go to Diddy parties to walk mother out, cause ain't nobody stopping me when I come.
It seemed like it's men who.
They not men. I'm a bisexual woman. I'm the B in the LGBTQ plus and the XYZ. A gay man is a gay man. A sexual being is a sexual being. A sodomite is a predator. If it don't apply, let it fly. Period. What's we supposed to call these fairy ass bitches? Let's talk about the problems that black women are having being able to recognize what a real black man looks like. You're lusting after LL Cool J. You're lusting after Diddy. You're lusting after Jay-Z. You're lusting after Dwayne. I now want to be a woman since it looks cute on my son. I mean daughter. You got fucking wills. All these fucking... That's who you lust after. And that's what you go after. You don't go after a real black man. You go for act like the... And then you wonder why you get dogged the out. He don't need you. What you there for? To wear white fingernails and hold big black dick? That probably suck better than you. Like, let's talk about Gabrielle Union right now.
Yeah, let's go. Cause
now, the last time I sat on this blue couch, I had some very specific things to say about the Wade household.
Yes, you did.
What has happened since I spoke?
In my opinion, it got worse. It's a little more out of control.
They said I was jealous. They said I said everything that I said because I was jealous of Gabrielle Union. She the black Kris Jenner. She done turned her husband into a He wants to be a woman. That's why they're getting divorced. She went on Twitter cussing out Diddy and then deleted it because Diddy want to throw Dwayne a divorce freak off. Why is it a problem? He been freaking off. Why you care? You was at the freak off with him. And I'm jealous of that. I'm jealous of that. Let's be real.
Let's be real.
This knew this was a and then she pretended he wasn't. And then she pretended that she had the perfect life while she's splitting bills with a You on the real mom who wants her children to have a fair chance at making their own decisions while you and your I want to be a husband convince your child that they need to get the whole trans thing going on now so they can get a Disney contract. And we all know what Disney does to children. Imagine what they do to trans kids.
Oh, I don't want to imagine.
That's where you want to send your child?
Oof.
But you cut the real mama out. I'm jealous of this bitch. This is a power bottom. He's sucking just like you are. And they high on that Tootsie and they having unprotected sex. This is sucking all night. Then he come home and he kiss you with that mouth.
Yeah. It,
E. coli kisses. I'm jealous of that. I'm jealous. I'm jealous of kissing a sucking. I'm jealous of that.
Okay.
I'm just, who gonna be jealous? Yeah, I'm jealous. I wanna too. I wanna play dress up with my husband in my closet only.